Nice.
It feels great.
Hey everybody, it's Dr. Tyler at Sioux Chiropractic, and I got Michelle here. Michelle works for our office, and she just recently flared up her mid-back after doing a little decorating, so I'm going to let her talk a little bit about what's going on, and then we're going to evaluate and get her treated today.
So yeah, my mid-back, tightness, soreness just from hauling down Christmas boxes, Christmas trees, putting up lights, doing a lot of motions and movements and lifting that I normally don't do on a daily basis. So.
And you just love being adjusted, don't you?
Love it. It's my favorite.
Well, let's get you checked out, figure out where we need to adjust you, and get that mid-back feeling better. So we're going to go over here, Michelle, and then I'm going to have you just face us over here. And we'll start with your neck, and we're just going to keep those feet together. And then with your head and neck, I want you to rotate your neck left and right each way. And are you feeling any tightness or stiffness? And it doesn't even have to be in your neck. Could be a mid-back, could be a lower back.
Yeah, mid-back.
Mid-back. Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to have you face this wall, and we're going to go feet together and look up and down. We'll check extension and flexion of the neck. What are you feeling there?
Tightness.
Yeah.
On the flexion.
Where do you feel it? Like
mid-back.
What side? Or mid-back?
Mm-hmm.
Right through here?
Yep.
Okay. Now I'm going to have you face away, and we'll go feet together, and we're going to rotate. We're going to rotate left as far as you can, and right. That side's a little harder, huh? Mm-hmm. All right. And then we're going to check your shoulders while we're here. I'm going to have you reach behind your head with your left hand and touch the top of the right shoulder. Great. And the other one. A little harder on that side. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then we're going to go underneath and touch the bottom of the opposite shoulder, Michelle. And right side. Definitely harder over there.
Bad, yep.
And that side you had shoulder issues with in the past?
Yes.
Yeah. And car accident history there. So one thing we'll notice on a lot of patients, usually for what she's doing, she's on a computer a lot, she's working at a desk. Anyone that's going to be rounded frequently, we'll notice that they have a limited internal rotation of the shoulder, which is that motion she was doing when she was trying to touch the bottom of the opposite shoulder blade. She's got a history of an auto accident, so she's got some stuff going on in that shoulder from the past. But it is a little bit normal to see her dominant hand side be a little less mobile than the opposite side. So we are getting that on her. We're going to go ahead and face the wall to your right again, Michelle, and then we're going to check multi-segmental flexion by having you keep your feet together, look down and try to touch your toes the best you can. Any discomfort or stiffness with that?
No.
Okay. Then I'm going to have you reach above your head with both hands. You're going to look up at your hands and arch backwards as far as you comfortably can. How about there?
No.
No? Great. And then we're going to check your squat pattern by having you keep your feet together, and then we're going to hold your arms out, and then I want you to just squat as far down as you comfortably can. I don't want you to fall or anything, but do the best you can.
Well, if I fall, I'm in the right place.
I know. And come back up. I'm going to have you do that one more time, but don't let your heels.
Yeah.
That's what everyone says, like keep the heels down, keep the feet together. How does that feel? Any pain in the mid-back or any stiffness? All right. Good. Let's go ahead and sit on the end of the table, and I'm going to just feel everything. All right. Right through here. And lower back pelvis usually isn't a problem for you. It hasn't been in a while. We have dealt with some hip flexor issues with you in the past, and how's that been?
Fine.
Yeah? Good. So I'm not getting too much restriction, a little bit on the right SI joint on Michelle, and then maybe at L5. I'm noticing, is that a little tender when I push in there? Mm-hmm. So when we find a segment that isn't moving, it's very normal that it'll be tender, and a lot of times patients will be like, how'd you know that's a spot? And it's because there's irritation in that particular segment, and that's due to the lack of that range of motion. The nerves around there get irritated, the muscles get tight, and it's usually pretty tender. But what I'm feeling there is like a very hard end range. And then as I start to work my way up the spine, when I get into where the transition area of the lumbar and thoracic spine meet, that is what we call the TL junction, and she's already locking up pretty good there. And then I can just tell as I'm going up even higher, it's getting stiffer and stiffer into this mid back, which is where her chief complaint was. So Michelle, I'm gonna have you slide back a little bit for me. And then I'm gonna have you kind of split your legs so I can put my leg in between the table here. So go ahead and straddle the table.
Oh, that way. Okay,
and then we're
sorry.
gonna go like this with your hands and elbows together. And then I want you to just lean forward. And now I'm gonna just motion out this upper part of your back. So right, even more restricted. Does that feel a little more tender when I'm getting up here? So yeah, in this C4 to C6 area, she's really not moving in extension. That's tighter for you going left. So extension and left rotation are not moving nearly as much. She's doing okay in the right rotation. You can relax. And then just let your arms hang down. And we're gonna go ahead and just check where her neck and upper back meet, or we call that the CT junction. And this is a common area of restriction on people that are on computers throughout the day. We want to make sure we keep everybody moving well on our staff. Michelle, we sometimes have to drag her into the room to make sure that she's getting adjusted, but
He's not wrong.
yeah. So we've identified chief area of complaint is definitely where I'm feeling the most restriction on her. She had some subsequent restriction in the lower back and right SI joint, but kind of through the T4 through T8 range is where we really want to get that extension back and left rotation back. And then we got a little bit of extension restriction going on here in the lower cervical spine and mid cervical spine. So we'll get that all cleared out. We're going to start with you on your stomach, and we're going to do some drops on the pelvis and lower back, and then we'll work our way into the mid back, upper back, and neck. So we'll go face down. And just another day at the office for Michelle. We're going to get her all adjusted. She's going to walk out of here. She's going to feel great. All right. Get that adjusted. There we go. All right, you ready? All right, so I'm going to be on this right SI joint. Little drop. Good. Just there. Great. That wasn't so bad, was it?
No.
And I'm going to be on that L5 vertebra here. Little drop here. Good. And then while I got her here, I'm just going to do a little bit of flexion distraction. So the table's just going to go up and down, Michelle, and we'll stretch that lower back out a little bit. And what we're doing here is, as the table goes down, it's distracting or opening up the joint space in that lumbar spine, and it just frees up it allows more oxygen and blood flow to get to the disc and kind of decompresses the joints at that level. Usually feels good on folks if you're sitting a lot. These areas get very compressed, and we're just trying to free that up and decompress it with this technique, so it works really well during our adjustments. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Good. All right. And we're going to work our way up into this thoracic spine. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you just relax. Be right through here. And take a deep breath for me, Michelle. Let it out.
Oh!
Nice. And then, see, she's laughing. And then we're going to go this way too. All right. A little higher. Deep breath in. Let it roll. All the way out.
Oh!
Nice. Good job. All right. We're going to work our way up into the CT junction. So, Michelle, I'm going to have you just slide down a little bit further, and we're going to go ahead and use a drop on that. So, you're doing great. She's like,
It feels great.
all right, so I'm going to be right through here, and you're just going to feel that kind of drop out. Good. And again. More. Good, and we'll do the other side, and then we'll flip over and get you on your back. Good. Good. All right. Check that. Awesome. Let's go on your back. Get your neck taken care of. Here we go. All right, Michelle. We're just going to let your head relax in my hands. Be right on there. And just kind of take a breath in and out. Wiggle your toes. Nice. And one more on the right. Wiggle your toes. Nice. How was that? Not bad?
Just fantastic.
Fantastic. Good. All right. I'm going to have you sit up and we're going to just recheck everything. And I'm going to have you just sit on the end and I'll sit behind you again, okay?
Okay.
And we'll check that right SI joint and L5. And make sure that's opening up. How's that feel there?
Better, yeah.
Yep. And then I'm going to work my way up into that thoracic spine and see how the joint play is. Oh yeah. That feel a little looser as I'm working up.
Absolutely.
And then I'm going to have you bring your hands behind your head and we'll do that guy again. And we'll test that extension and right rotation. Way springier. How's that feel?
Good.
Different?
Yeah, looser for sure.
Good. Relax, and then we'll check the neck. All right. Yeah. That lower and middle cervical really opened up nicely. So, yeah. Overall, things moved really well. We try to get everybody in the office adjusted regularly. Myself and me and Dr. Tiffany also try to get regular adjustments just because, yeah, we get areas that get restricted and it's important to keep things moving well so we don't have bigger issues down the road. So thanks for letting us show everybody what we do here, and we hope you guys have a great day. If you don't already, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay tuned for more great videos.